Okay, we're talking about burned ignition coils in the Ford Fusion and the Ford Escape 2006 Plus. This is for the 3-liter engine. This is what a burned coil will look like in these. It's not pretty. It'll smell like molten death. I'm not kidding. These are friggin' awful smelling. I'm going to give you a real short explanation on what this is because there's some videos out there, but they're super long. This thing is shorting out one reason or another. Sometimes it fails internally. Sometimes your valve cover gasket will leak and it'll fill with oil and it'll short that way. But anyway, what's happening is when this goes, it kind of gives a daisy chain effect and it'll burn out your ECU. Now this is one that's opened up. This right corner up here will be your ignition part. As you can see, it's very burned. Put up a detailed picture, but yeah, so to remedy that, you're not going to be able to just replace this coil. You're going to have to replace all 6 coil packs. You're going to have to replace the ECU. It's a pain, but let me explain how that goes. So like I said, all 6 coils need to be replaced, all 6 spark plugs. I would check down the line. The wiring harness for these coils does run behind to the oxygen sensors, the power steering pressure sensor, a couple more things down there. So you might want to just look down to make sure it's not manually shorted out anywhere, not caused by this coil. Anyway, you're going to have to replace all 3 spark plugs, replace all 6 coils. When it comes to your ECU, the easiest way to go about it, now you can do it through Ford, but this is going to cost you couple grand and you don't want to deal with that. It's terrible. But go on eBay, run your part number. It'll be right on here. I'll PN. But go on eBay. There are manufacturers who rebuild these and they will program them to your VIN as part of the purchase. And they're about $225. Give or take. The coils you can get for about 80 bucks a set on the internet, so not a big deal. But get one of these programmed to your VIN, and after that, when you get this, you're going to replace everything. You're going to put your new ECU in, and you're going to have to call a locksmith. An automotive locksmith will be able to come out because you have to have your key programmed to this ECU. Your ignition has to be programmed to this ECU. That's not something they can do at a different place. It has to be done on the spot. Remember, you have to get this programmed to your specific VIN or it will not work. You can't just grab one out of a junkyard and hope for the best. It won't work that way. Also, this procedure requires you to have 2 unique keys for your vehicle. It can't be a key and then a clone of that key. It has to be 2 unique coded keys off of the ECU in order to make the new one work. But don't worry about that. If you only have one, what you can do is buy a blank off of the internet, a blank Ford key. Make sure it has a transponder in it. That's the important part. It has to have the transponder. Go to Walmart, just get the key cut. They can't program it, but when your locksmith comes out to program the ignition to the ECU, he'll be able to program that second key as well. So if there's a little fear over that second key, don't worry, your locksmith can take care of that. But again, Ford can do that. Way expensive, so it might be hard to find an automotive locksmith. The easiest way to do that is to just put an ad up on a local Facebook yard sale site or something saying you're looking for one. That's what I did. A guy responded and he came out and got it done for a couple $100, but that was mainly because he had to travel. Like, you can get it done for like $100. But all in all, if you have this problem, you're not probably going to make it out of it for less than $400 to $700. That's the cheap end. So yeah, click up there or up there, I don't know. I'm going to put a little link to my video. I'll show you how to remove the intake. You got to take the intake loose to get the coils in. It's not a big deal. You can do it in about 25 minutes or a half hour. You don't have to take all the coolant lines loose like a lot of people show. You can just raise it up enough to get underneath there. So yeah, that's what you got to do. Check out the other videos if you want to progress and do it yourself, or if you want to take it to a Ford dealer. Have fun with that, I guess.